for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Denver Nuggets. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And let's go straight over to the sideline for a report before they tip off. Hey, Allie.
BA asked Nuggets coach Mike Malone about star Nikola Jokic. He said, quote, he makes everyone around him better, but his greatest improvements have nothing to do with his play on the court. I love his growth as a leader more than anything. He's truly bought into being the face and the future of this franchise. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Allie. Boy, a couple of teams coming out of the gate scorching hot this season. Grant, how far can a hot start carry a team?
You know, the game of basketball is all about momentum. And for teams, there's momentum too. And so, yes, a hot start can carry a team a long way, even into a championship possibility down the road. It's important for young teams learning how to win and learning how to become a champion to get off to a hot start.
Even in the slumps, they know it's in them if they can go back to a hot start to a season. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. On the wings, it's George and Kawhi. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Serge Ibaka. And it's Batum in at the 4 spot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic are down low together. Murry and Harris pair to make the backcourt. And it's Barton in at the 3. Now here's Barton. Outside Murray. Harris with the drive. And here are the Clippers now, coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here's Millsap, following the score by the Clippers. Beverly with a steal. Inside, Batum. Here's George. Second shot opportunity, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Well, I think you've got to like and appreciate the effort there, the hustle. George staying with the possession, then uses his length to finish off the miss.
Now here's Jokic. Shoots over Ibaka. Jokic, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Boy, it's got to be so much fun playing with a big man like Nikola Jokic.
Fun indeed. They even don't know what's coming. You think you're covered, and like they say about a great quarterback, he'll throw you over.
And here are the Nuggets now, after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Millsap with him, now guarded by Beverly. Murray against Beverly. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Beverly outside. The rebound by Murray.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
To the middle. Here's George. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Harris on the wing. Here's Millsap. That falls. Nice setup by Harris.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
George, no good.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Takes a step back. Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. George against Murray. They get it again. Harris outside. The 3. Knocks it down from distance.
You can tell Gary Harris is thinking of firing that shot even as the pass is coming his way.
George drives in. Count it. Good. George George just got 6 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jokic. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Unloads from 13. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. George passes to Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
The Nuggets trail. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. Barton with it, and Ibaka picks him up defensively. With a 9-footer, and Barton gets it to go.
Very reliable scoring close to the basket. Barton, somebody you have to defend at all times.
No doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
.136 left in the first quarter. Williams against Morris. Pass to George. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Dozier, and a nice finish on the layup. The Clippers in the lead. Williams into the lane. Over Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And he drives in. Stolen by Millsap. Out to the wing. Here's Dozier. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Clippers have got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Leonard with a double team. Morris passes to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Denver has gone 1 for 3 from outside so far in this game. To the left wing. The floater. Jokic shot is good.
Boy, he's so crafty, a really tricky player. I mean, Jokic likes to go with the floater when the defense least expects it.
George outside. 3 seconds left. Oh! Wow.
Get out the way!
With authority.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers ahead, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And catching up with Luke Kennard earlier, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
And it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It really does, and this is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Ivica Zubac, Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Serge Ibaka, and it's Kennard in at the small forward.
There's just been so many years of production from Serge Ibaka. He has been a double-digit scorer for almost his entire career, and surprisingly, has never made an all-star team.
Pass to Batum, three-pointer. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. And we played through the first minute here in the second. And here's Jokic outside.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by Barton. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line. Ibaka, a player you're surprised never got an all-star invite.
B.A., I'm shocked. He's been on the cusp several times, but never got there. Regardless, he's always been central to a team's success. Hard to replace a guy in your lineup who gives you so much like Ibaka.
Harris is checked in for Barton. Part of one of the most legendary eras in Duke basketball. Now, when you reflect on that time, what stands out, man?
Well, B.A., those were great times indeed, and a few things I think stick out. First of all, it was when we really made Duke basketball what it is today, gave us the foundation of this long-term success. Also, of course, too, the bonds, the brotherhood, the experience, the ups and the downs that we went through collectively, all of that together are the things that I like to look back on and really reflect upon during those years.
Here's Batum. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And there's the whistle. Foul on the Denver Nuggets. Can't get the first one.
And, you know, Nick Batum's length provides a huge bonus to his team. He's able to play and guard multiple positions.
And the second free throw is good. Denver has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land here in the second quarter. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Harris. Back to Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Boy, nice work by Harris that time. He's trying to find the best shot for his team, not necessarily for himself.
Here's Jackson. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Nuggets have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
It's well known, Patrick Beverly is a gamer. He was asked, do enough players in the league go hard? He said, quote, I'll keep it real simple. No, not everyone plays hard. That's why it's a skill. That's why it stands out. It's all about will. Mine is stronger than most. Guy's hard to doubt him.
I don't either, Allie. Thanks a lot. Good stuff. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. And the foul on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Paul George, he's checked in for Jackson. Pass to Jokic. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. outside. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Here's Harris. Right side Murray. Jokic with a screen on George. Murray. And the layup is good. Murray's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, that's just playing smart basketball that time. Murray doing a really good job to set himself up to get free for a shot. Jokic is quite possibly the best passing center we've seen, at least statistically. He's had the highest rate of assist ever for a 7-footer thus far. He is a gifted passer, no doubt.
Substitutions here. You know, you run down the list of players 6'10" and taller who average more than 7 assists a game for an entire season. Clark, I got 3 names for you. Wilt Chamberlain, Ben Simmons, and one Nikola Jokic.
And you know what? And at times, BA, you see flashes of Magic Johnson with some of the passes Jokic makes threading through defenders. I mean, no looks, wraparounds, extremely creative in how he gets the ball to his teammates. And man, I tell you, he sees a frame ahead too, which is really the mark of all gifted passers. They see beyond what most guys see.
Harris outside. Harris is doubled. Pass to Dozier. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Nuggets. The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton's checked in. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Barton. Morris against George. Just 5 on the clock. And that one hits the back iron. Now the Clippers with it. Here's Leonard. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
And to think, BA, last season, Kawhi Leonard recorded the first triple-double of his career. Now, as great as he is, it's surprising to me that it took him 9 seasons to get one. But his passing has now reached another level.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And to your point, Grant, last season, far and away, the most assists per game of Kawhi's career.
No question, BA. No, we're used to thinking of him more as a play terminator than a play maker. And with his high efficiency and low turnovers, there's no problem with that. But he wants to be great in all facets of the game. And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's Williams. Oh, good work defensively by Morris.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Here's Barton. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And this is where Barton does his eating, deep inside, leaping with ease to punch it home.
Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
good from George.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
George hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Morris against Williams. On the attack, Morris. And that one is stuffed right through.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Leonard can't get it to go. Denver has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Tipped away. In transition, here come the Clippers. And George with the jam.
Well, we've talked about, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Here's Porter. Here's Morris. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Denver. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. And by just a fraction, they got the better of the action in the second quarter. And, Shaq, what did you see out there from the Nuggets?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it can easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, they should have a lot of room on the perimeter in the second half because they've already have a lot of points in the paint. And the team will have no choice but to collapse and try to put it in on that end. So, if you want to use the three-point shot more, they'll have the space to do it.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
Second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George has been sensational.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? We've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Denver's shooting about 41%. Murry and Harris pair to make the backcourt. Millsap and Jokic are down low together. And it's Barton in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Graham, there's always a lot of chatter about officiating, and usually not in a good light. So you tell me, what do you think qualifies as a well-officiated game these days?
B.A., that's an interesting question. I think first and foremost, the job of officiating in the high-speed action of the NBA is incredibly difficult. But the bottom line is, we in the NBA have the best officiating in all of professional sports. 95% of the time, they get it right. A few times they may get it wrong, and we tend to dwell on that. But by and large, these are the best, in my opinion.
Murray passes to Jokic. Murray, a screen on Ibaka. The drive by Jokic. And there's Murray. That one's good. On the assist by Jokic.
Love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. I mean, he's really good at reading the defense and really good at quick shooting.
Here's Leonard. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Outside Murray. outside. Lets it go from deep. Batum pulls it in. And for the Clippers, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. You know, Grant, Pat Beverly said he's trying to be the best defender on the planet. And the way he competes, I believe him.
I believe it too. I mean, this young man from Chicago spent 5 years fighting and scrapping overseas. Defense became his meal ticket. But even in the NBA, he's never lost that chip on his shoulder.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Beverly. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
Harris against George. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, those hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
The drive by Murray. Here's Jokic. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the Clippers. For the lead, Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And it's so easy to see why Leonard's teammates feed him so much. Once he gets going, watch out.
The Nuggets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Jokic with a screen on Beverly. Jokic up top. Shoots over Ibaka. Jokic, no good. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Here's Beverly. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Murray against Beverly. Murray passes to Jokic. And again, Denver no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. George against Harris. Now here's George. Tightly guarded. No good with a layup. The Nuggets trail. Millsap, right side. Off target with the 3.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Leonard passes to Ibaka. Here's Batum, pounded by Harris. With a 9-footer, kicks it to George. Knocks down the long J. George has got 19.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Millsap outside. Back to Murray. Shot to the cold streak. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
In last season, BA, Jamal Murray signing a 5-year extension, averaging about $34 million per year. Big money for a player who's yet to make an All-Star team. But the Nuggets, they're betting on his continued improvement.
First free throw is good. You know, for Murray, this is a guy who loves the gym. He's still very young. He's got plenty of runway, Grant.
Plenty of runway indeed, BA. I mean, if you remember back in 2016, Murray taking a pick right after Buddy Hield. The Nuggets felt with Murray over 4 years younger, in time, he'd become the better player.
And Murray drops them both.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
He has the ability and the aggressiveness to capitalize from downtown.
Here's Murray, driving to the basket, and it's Murray finishing it off.
Boy, have to enjoy guys seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
a minute 17 left in the third. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great sendback.
And just incredible timing and defensive awareness. I mean, when you face a defender that can reject you like this, it can alter your entire approach.
Murray drives in, and down it goes. 2 points.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Williams with it. Now Porter defending. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Dozier. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smart, and Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Sweet little floater. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. And here's Zubac. Jackson outside. Kennard finds Jackson. And stolen by Jokic. That'll count. The shot, no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Nuggets ahead, up by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverly out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 4-man spot. Morris passes to Porter. That shot off. Good work defensively by Leonard. Morris against Beverly. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Up top, Millsap to the inside. Here's Harris. Gary Harris, 2-sport star, Clark. Basketball and football growing up in Indiana. Now, I know you're an Ohio State guy. He went to Michigan State, known for their toughness.
No doubt about it now. Scarlet and gray all the way through. You know that, B.A. But you look at Gary Harris, and he's got that toughness of a former football player. 6'4", 210 pounds, sometimes a little bit shorter than other 2 guards, but this young man manages to hold his own with everybody.
The free throw drops for Harris.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Harris drops them both. And here's Beverly. It's George on the wing. Oh, stolen by Harris. On the wing, Porter. defending. Porter's shot is off.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Here's Leonard. And that one drops.
You have to do more to stop the claw. So hard to defend on those drives.
Millsap outside. To the paint. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
George against Harris. Count it. George has got 21.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold. It's rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
The kick out to Martin. Pass to Porter. He takes it in. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, when you got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim from the throwdown.
Here's Beverly. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
The D was all over it. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
Denver calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Deciding to change it up. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And another miss by Denver.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's just terrifying coming down the lane. I mean, when Leonard is attacking with ferocity, man, the D has to foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw is good, now leading by 1. So he gets them both. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. George passes to Beverly. Pass to Batum. Harris against George. Just 5 to shoot. Over Harris. George with the bucket. George has got 9 points now in the second half.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Stolen. There's the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from George. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Now here's Murray to win the run. And it's good on the lay-in.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth, 6 of 7. Beverly, the pass to Kennard, over Murray. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. Kennard on the wing. Drops for him. Kennard's got his first basket of the night. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Now Barton. Now Jokic. He's guarded by Zubac. Jokic gets the bucket.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
The Clippers have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Beverly outside. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Hook loose. Murray against Beverly. Right side Murray. Jokic in the post. Zubac there. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
And Jokic no good on that one.
And you know, the potential the Joker has is exciting. Jokic, a big man who can score, pass, and rebound, and do all of those well.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Murray passes to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. It falls! And that one brings him within one.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Kennard. Here's Batum. And stolen by Murray. With the drive. It's good! seconds left in the game. Williams kicks it out to Jackson. George left side. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. Up making the second, and that'll put him up 2.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet. Well, Paul George has been sensational.
There's 14 seconds left in the final quarter. Williams against Murray, and there's the foul. It's on Lou Williams. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. He sinks the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch.
And now they foul and stop the clock. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
So a close game sees Denver taking this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
They're happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Nikola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What spurred you to become more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if they say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, they're relying on your voice, so keep it up.
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.